And a 6-foot guard from Tennessee, Chattanooga, number 4, Trace Crouch. The head coach of your RazorSharks is Chris Iverson. He's assisted by Jason Sauter and Clay Pinanero. The director of basketball operations is Matt Cahill. The head trainer is Kathy Fabrizio, and the equipment manager is Robbie Richards. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please rise and remove your hats as our nation's colors are presented this evening by the Rochester JROTC. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for a few words of remembrance, here is Mary.
The Reinach family suffered a great loss last Friday with the passing of their mother, Tamara. Tonight's game will be dedicated in her honor, commemorating her 94 years of dedication, devotion, and love for her husbands and sons, Dr. Sev, Orest, and Roman. She shared her love of the RazorSharks along with her family, so it is our great loss also. May she rest in peace in eternity.
This evening performing the Star-Spangled Banner, please welcome Becca Nargis.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous night, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallant.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network. Tariq Spence here with you with John Boone. John, tonight the Rochester RazorSharks will be playing their first game since losing to Kentucky. What do you expect against Chautauqua tonight?
I feel sorry for Chautauqua. I have a feeling Rochester's going to come out trying to prove a point that they had a bad game and they're not going to have another one.
Well, Chautauqua was beaten by Rochester already twice this year. The RazorSharks, ironically, scoring 128 points in both games. But fresh off of a road loss for the first time, they did beat Ohio. They lost to Kentucky. Now this is the game before the game as well, because you have Kentucky coming into town in the next few days. So what do you do if you're the RazorSharks right now? You came off your first loss of the year. Obviously, you want to take it out on the next team, which would be Chautauqua and the Hurricanes tonight. But how do you not overthink them and look forward to taking on Kentucky, which is on Monday?
Well, the good thing about the loss is you get their attention. And I think Coach Iverson in practice got their attention again. They're going to get refocused, get ready to play this game tonight with the idea we got to get focused before we play Kentucky again.
Well, tip-off is coming up next for the Hurricane and the Rochester RazorSharks. Join us out there at the Blue Cross Arena. It's coming up next here on the Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Rochester RazorSharks broadcast network here at the Blue Cross Arena. Rochester and the RazorSharks getting ready to take on the Hurricane as the RazorSharks come in here with their first game since their first loss of the year. They lost to the Kentucky Mavericks on Sunday. Tough game because they played Ohio, had to come back and win that game, and then the next night travel to Kentucky and play that game, and players were sick. So a chance now for the guys to rest, get in here full strength, and get ready for the game tonight and get back to their winning ways, John.
Yeah, let's see if they can come out and have a good first quarter. That was, part of their downfall in Kentucky, and has been a weak for them a lot this year, is getting off to good starts in games.
And not to make an excuse, listen, Kentucky's a very good team, and they won the game on last Saturday. Number of players, I was just informed, were sick for that game or that weekend. So, you got 5 days now back here in Rochester. You get to sort of rest up, get your practice in, and then get ready for the game after this game, which would be Kentucky here at the Blue Cross Arena on Monday afternoon, President's Day. But well, first things first, take care of business here tonight.
Yeah, they got to get focused and get back to doing what they do well. And I like already going inside early. First play to Dele, and that time to Jordan, and Jordan was able to connect there.
Jordan really puts the first 2 points out on the board for Rochester. Meanwhile, on the other end, it's one and done for the Hurricane. RazorSharks pull-up jumper by Helton's no good. Off the fingertips and then corralled in by Gino Green. Stroman with it, top of the key now to Rivers.
Jamestown's I would think they like to run, but they're probably going to try to be a little bit more patient. Set a lot of ball screens and try to get things at the basket, especially with Edwin Ubilis, who's their leading scorer and also leads the team in assists.
Edwin Ubilis out on the court with Maurice Green, Gino Green, Larry Rivers, and Taekwon Stroman. Rochester RazorSharks with Rayleigh, and jumper is good from the outside by Gino Green. Helton, Corey Ullman, Jerice Crouch, and Dele Coker starting five for Rochester.
I think you saw in the first time they played that Chautauqua tried running, and the game got ugly real quick. So I'd be surprised if they try to keep that kind of pace again.
Ubilis jumper is no good, knocked around and put back in. An easy 2 points for Maurice Green.
And that's how Chautauqua had some success the first time they played. They got a lot of offensive rebounds early in the game and were able to keep it close through that first quarter, but eventually Rochester just wore them down.
Just underway here, under 10 minutes left to go here in the first quarter, and Rochester getting careless with the basketball. That's 2 quick turnovers.
Yeah, and a lot of standing around. Guys aren't really moving. No one's really doing anything. They're just kind of standing around watching the person with the basketball, which is unusual for Rochester.
Rivers gets it over to Stroman off the dribble, back out to Rivers. He runs into Ullman. Extra pass down low. Turnaround no good off the back of the iron and out. Green just couldn't get it to go down. Crouch now with it. Hurricanes up by 2. Really? Double team, has it knocked away. Picked up on the pass up ahead. Stroman able to flush it in for 2 from a great pass from Green.
And again, just careless with the basketball. They're coming out flat again, and I know Coach Iverson's probably not happy seeing this again.
Crouch into that corner. Helton dribble out, front rim no good. Not getting any rebounds on the RazorSharks.
No, and again, guys are really standing around. There's not a lot of movement on the offensive end.
As Stroman again. And this is not something you normally see out the gate. The Hurricane with a 6-point lead here. 8:25 left to go here first quarter. Still plenty of time. But I don't think I've seen this from a RazorShark team, as Helton able to get Rochester back on the scoring side.
Well, you got Stroman and Ubilis both averaging around 20 points a game, so you expect them to do a lot of their scoring tonight.
Billis with it on the right wing. Helton on him, pick set by Green. He'll stop and pop, and that goes in. So Billis from outside.
I really like what Chautauqua was doing here early. They're not really forcing the issue. They're just kind of running their offense and getting good shots and knocking them down.
Well, that does help, boy, I tell you. RazorSharks has Helton in the corner three. That's good.
Good offense there.
Cuts it down to a 3-point lead for the Hurricanes.
Got some good action there, having Corey come off the ball screen. He was able to penetrate and find the open Helton in the corner.
Billis one-on-one with Helton really comes out to help. Extra man blocked there by Coker. Lost the handle. And Stroman gets it as Crouch couldn't get it. Rivers scoop layup in for two.
And again, another points off of turnovers, something Chautauqua was taking advantage of here early.
Back up to a 5-point lead for Chautauqua. Front rim no good, rebounded by Helton. Another opportunity for Crouch for three. That's no good. Rebound and corral brought in by Green. Back up the court comes Chautauqua. Up by 5. A lot of cutting, passing. That's off the side of the rim, but his own rebound by Green. Rivers will set it back up. Billis, top of the key with Helton on him. Just around 6:30 left to go first quarter. Green gets it, swings it back out. Stroman can't get it to go, but another offensive rebound.
And again, they were setting a lot of ball screens early. Now you're seeing Green kind of slip the screen, and he was being able to get open a couple times.
Swinging it around. Billis now guarded by Helton on him. Goes around the pick. Gets a man in the air. Can't get it to roll in. Another rebound, put back, foul. This is a well-rounding rebounding team thus far in this game with Green all over the boards.
Yeah, Green, averages over 4 offensive rebounds a game, so he really attacks the offensive glass. He's their second leading rebounder, and he's showing why here early on.
Couldn't get the reverse layup to go, so he'll head to the line to shoot 2. 6:06 left to go here first quarter. First run by Green is good. So a 6-point lead for Rochester. And Coach Iverson having a discussion with Jerice Crouch.
Be curious to see if he might try to change some things up here, bring some guys off the bench to see if he gets a little bit more energy.
Second free throw, no good by Green. Allman for 3. That looked good as soon as it left his hands.
Corey's not shy.
No.
He is not shy. And if he can start getting it going, he can score a lot of points in a hurry.
The difference for the RazorSharks against Ohio was Corey Allman. Really came alive in that fourth quarter. Blocked there by Coker, back the other way. It could have been a nightmarish weekend had they not beat Ohio at that last fourth quarter run, as Jerice Crouch puts that in for 2. Rochester split the weekend against Ohio and Kentucky, as we stated earlier. And a foul, it's going to be on Corey. He admits it.
They're getting just a little bit too aggressive there on the defensive end.
So with 5:19 left to go here in the first quarter, the Hurricane came out fast. Rochester cut the deficit down to 1. 13-12. We'll be back with more first quarter action coming up next on the Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network.
Pittsburgh Plaza. Be sure to stop down to the table located near the Shark Bench to purchase your 50-50 raffle tickets tonight. Half of tonight's winnings will be donated to the Grease Raptors. The next time you need professionally printed material to promote your business, look to Panther Graphics for peace of mind. Our team of experts will make your vision become reality. Visit panthergraphics.net to learn more about the products we provide. With Panther Graphics, the proof is in the print.
Just keep your eyes on me. I said you're holding back. She said, shut up and dance with me. This woman is my destiny. She said, ooh, shut up and dance with me. We were victims of the
Blue Cross Arena, 5:19 left to go here in this first quarter. And Chautauqua with a 1-point lead, 13-12 over the RazorSharks here at the Blue Cross Arena.
Chautauqua's done a nice job. They've come out, run their offense, done some nice things. They haven't really forced the issue and made jump shots and put a little pressure on the RazorSharks on the offensive glass when they have missed. Green's done a great job of going and getting offensive rebounds, which is kind of what he does really well.
Still the starting lineup for the RazorSharks out on the court. Only change thus far for Chautauqua is Trevante Gatewood, who just checked into the game. And nice play there and put in by Gino Green. So Green has made his presence. Both Greens have, Maurice Green and Gino Green.
Yeah, Gino went right at Jordan, got his body into him so he couldn't utilize the size advantage to block a shot.
That's got to be something when you go into that timeout and you come out with a play and the play actually works.
It makes you feel like you know what you're doing.
Well, for those timeouts, it's, they're constructing a play and you want it executed the right way. And, you never know if those 2 points will come back to help you at the end of a game.
Right. The idea is obviously, you always like to try to come out of a timeout and get a good possession. And they did.
So, Jerice Crouch foul go into the line. You see here on the replay as Stroman just fell and a lot of contact there.
Yeah, Gatewood getting him on the arm.
So that put Jerice at the line. First free throw is good. And for the Rochester RazorSharks, they're able to cut it back down to a 1-point deficit. So Chautauqua by 1, 15-14. After a very good start to this game for them. Knocked away, picked up Green fighting for it. 3 people, 4 people fighting for it. That's often
that was quick.
I always get a little nervous when, 2, 3 bodies are on the floor and the big guys are scrapping for it.
Yeah, I think sometimes the officials kind of see that too, and that's why he called the jump ball so it didn't get too physical down there.
Tipped away, Green wins it away from Helton. Urbillis for 3, that's good, outside.
He's their leading scorer for a reason. He can knock down threes, he can attack the basket, and if you leave him that open, he's going to knock that down.
Back up by 4 is Chautauqua. Ullman for 3 to try to match it. Side rim, no good. Knocked around. Rebounding is Chautauqua. So they've done a good job of hitting the boards defensively and offensively, John.
Yeah, they have to. And because they don't have the size that Rochester has, you really got to get a body on people, and they've done a good job of doing that on the defensive end and then finding open space and getting offensive rebounds on the offensive end.
Gatewood had it and got it knocked out of his hands over to Corey Ullman. Swings it over. Helton for 3. Loves that corner. Can't get it to go. Back the other way come the Hurricane.
I'd like to see him attack a little bit more here.
As on cue, Abe not able to get the shot off glass. Rebounded by Rochester. Crouch, bobbing and weaving, brings it back out. Now it goes to the pull-up jumper. That's no good. Back the other way come the Hurricane.
Yeah, last couple possessions, just the shots. Guys aren't near the basket to get offensive rebounds.
Gatewood and foul called. Corey Ullman raises his hand, says, I'll take that one too. And you're going to see Josh Chichester and Rashad McGill into the game as Helton and Coker will take a seat. Rochester has a nice, healthy sort of flow of bigs.
Yeah, they can keep coming at you with size and athleticism, and sometimes it's just trying to find the right combination. And McGill usually comes in and gives them a lot of energy, and I think that's what Coach Iverson's looking for right here. Urbillis
weaving through. It's a lot of work. Couldn't get the shot to go. And another offensive rebound by Chautauqua.
Green again ends up with the ball in his hands.
Urbillis one-on-one. Seems like he's taking on everybody. Cross court. Stroman thought about it. Now he'll take it. 3. Back iron, no good. Back the other way, Rochester. 2:50 left to go here in the first quarter. McGill down low to Chichester. Turnaround jumper, no good. Little contact, but nothing called.
Yeah, it looked like he got hit, but he didn't seem to react too much to it, so.
And that ball stuffed there as Chichester and really combining. McGill for three. He measured it and made it.
Those are the best threes. In transition, defense is getting back. Even if you miss it, you usually got a good chance at an offensive rebound. But McGill made sure we didn't need an offensive rebound there.
So with 2:12 left to go here first quarter, Chautauqua with a 1-point lead. In and out, no good. Green couldn't get that one to fall. Back the other way, Rochester. Chichester, cross court. McGill gives it up. Crouch, thought about a three. Nope, he'll take it back.
Good decision.
As he's saying, you get in your block, Chichester, and you take that shot.
Yeah.
And you make that shot.
And a nice move by Josh. So, inside pivot, faced up, saw the defender take a step back, and so he took the jump shot. He was able to knock it down.
1:35 left to go here in this first quarter. Rochester now up by one after trailing this entire first quarter. Ubilis, Green had it off his chest and got it back.
Not good spacing there in the offense. Him and Stroman were right next to each other and almost caused a turnover.
Shot no good. Back the other way, Rochester. McGill, corner three. That's no good. Short. Rebounded by Ubilis. And with 1:05 left to go first quarter, Green, Stroman, pull-up jumper baseline. That's no good. Looking for a foul, didn't get it. McGill to Crouch. Scoop layup, reverse is good.
Nice job. Nice bounce pass for
And
the layup.
And a timeout for Chautauqua. And so with 1 minute left to go here in, well, I'd say 50 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. The Rochester RazorSharks, sluggish start. It looked like everybody's going in slow motion for a little bit.
Yeah, and sometimes going to a sub will get you, going to the bench gets you a little bit more energy.
Wrap up the first coming up next.
Three contestants. This is Finley's Fast Feet. Finley's never won. Will today be the day? I don't know, but on your mark, get set and go. There's the two contestants out of the blocks really fast. And there's your winner. All right, how about a round of applause for both our contestants? Poor old Finley. One of these days, my friend, one of these days.
I walk in like a timepiece. I go straight to VIP.
Back at live with Blue Cross, a rated 3-point lead for the RazorSharks. 49.6 left to go here in this first quarter. Tariq Spence, John Boone with you here this evening. Rochester against Chautauqua.
It's showing a little 2-2-1 press here just to kind of change things up, give them a little bit different look defensively.
And Chautauqua doing a very good job of breaking it. Rochester stolen away. McGill left alone, flushes it down. Rashad McGill adds to the lead. 5 points for Rochester.
But the press can sometimes, you're not always looking for a turnover, and what they made them do is use a lot of the shot clock, and then didn't have a lot of time to get into their offense last possession.
Dawson having a tough time holding on to the rock there. Pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound, put back, no good. Another rebound and put back, that's no good. And that time Riley just took it out of the hands. And a foul called? Yes. Josh Chichester will catch the foul. And he has no idea what's going on.
He was walking back down the court. I don't think he knows what happened.
Yeah, I think he thought it was going to be on someone for Chautauqua, and no, it was on him. At 3, no good as time expires in the first quarter. So Chautauqua up by as much as 6, sees themselves down by 5 at the end of 1 quarter. Second quarter will start next. Thank you for watching the Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network.
Sharks.
Stand up like a soldier, baby. Yeah, I know you been like that. Gun it like a holster, baby. Show them say you're wicked like that. We live where the war is raging, chasing our crazy dreams, hoping that the bridge won't cave in. So now we'll let it all go free. Give me the thing, I made me rockin' at the dance. Give me the thing, I made me rockin' at the dance. My shit don't like stepping at the dance. Give me the thing, I made me rock, 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 rock. Give me the thing, I made me rockin' at the dance. Give me the thing, I made me rockin' at the dance. My shit don't like stepping at the dance. Give me the thing, I made me light it up.
All right, Shark fans, let's hear it for your Lady Sharks. Founded in 1976, World Gym has been one of the top fitness locations to work out at. Lift yourself to greatness and work out at World Gym, the official fitness gym of your Razor Sharks. Hey, Shark fans, want to take the Razor Sharks team with you everywhere you go? Now you can. Text SHARKS17 to 72727 to receive our mobile program and check out the team right from your smartphone.
Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena. Rochester up by 5, 23-18 over Chautauqua. Through Express John Boone with you here today as the Razor Sharks. Blue Cross Arena crowd. A few home games coming up tonight and on President's Day Monday before the Razor Sharks get another home game a week from Saturday. So a couple of home games on the way before Rochester heads back out on the road. Right now, they're on the run. They've got the numbers. McGill, crossover, in for 2.
Nice move.
Rashad McGill, nice finish as well, boy.
Went right at the defender and scored. Billis doesn't want to get a foul there, so it was a nice attack by McGill.
Extends the lead out to 7, and this is where it starts to get a little bit hairy here. If you're Chautauqua, you need some points like you were getting at the start of the game.
Yeah, they went cold there the last three or 4 minutes of the quarter and missing shots and still missing shots, but Green doing what he's been doing, getting offensive rebounds.
Very good that they do that. Dawson has everybody on him. Now Ubillis loses it and gets it back. Foul. Shot does not go, but Ubillis will head to the line.
Yeah, Green's got 6 offensive rebounds already. And he's just keeping possessions alive and giving them extra chances to score. Unfortunately, they're just not scoring here in the last really 5-6 minutes of action.
Very unlucky here. Is it McGill? Yeah, I think they're going to get McGill for that one. And they're going to say it was before he took the shot. So they'll inbound with Gatewood and Green back into the game as well. So there's Maurice Green and there's Gino Green. And Maurice's Green is spelled with an E at the end, and Gino's Green is with no E. So that's how you know.
I'm glad you picked that up. I didn't pick that up.
There's only 2 Greens on the team. As Dawson can't get it to go, that's another missed opportunity offensively. Ullman out to Ivy for three. That's no good. Chichester with the rebound. Feeds it to Woodson, who just checked in the game. Can't get that off glass. Green with the rebound. Dawson across midcourt. Ivy on him defensively. Pick set there. Dawson goes right up against Dominic Woodson and is able to score over him.
Dawson, coming off the bench, he averages about 16 points a game and likes to attack the basket, and you saw that right there.
They're going to say Ubillis stepped out of bounds trying to get that rebound. Rochester up by 5, 25-20. 9:56 left to go here in this first half. Chichester, there's a foul off of the inbounds as Ivy was trying to get the ball at Chichester, and we'll see who picked that up.
I think they got Barry on him.
Yep.
Barry on a little push. Kind of a touch foul there, but
Chichester passing it, but unfortunately, that's Gatewood.
All he had to do was turn around and dunk the basketball. I
mean,
you like that he's looking for his teammates, but you also like him to score.
Dawson can't get that to go. Woodson with the rebound, pushing it up the court, passes it to Ullman. Ullman swings it over. Dawson on defense knocks it away. McGill deep in the corner, able to get it. Woodson one-on-one against Green. Can't get that one to fall.
Tough
Green
shot.
with the rebound.
Tough shot there.
Ubillis bring it across midcourt. Ubillis looks like he can play a number of positions. He's been bringing the ball up the court a lot.
Yeah, no, he's very versatile. He can, like I said, he's a leading scorer and leader in assists. So he handles the ball a lot, not just to score, but also to create for others. And he seems to pick his spots, when to try to score and, when to kind of distribute the basketball. But Chichester was late on the ball screen and really had no choice but to foul him there.
It's kind of, he's in that category where he could play just about all 5 positions. Moves well with the rock for a big man. And, it's always good to have one of those.
Oh, yeah, he was a heck of a player at Siena. He could score.
9 minutes left to go here in this first half. Ivy with Stroman on him. McGill deep in the corner. Ubillis on him defensively. McGill trying to shake him off, and Ubillis believe is going to be called for the foul.
A little bit too much contact there as McGill was trying to go to the basket.
3-point lead for Rochester, 25-22. Offense has gotten stale on both sides a little bit.
Yeah, Chautauqua's done a much better job of this game of not letting Rochester get out and run.
As Ivy able to score and gets the and one foul, so he'll go to the free throw line. And I believe we'll get a timeout before he gets to do that. So we will. 5-point lead for Rochester, 27-22 over Chautauqua. We'll be back with the and one for Ivy coming up next.
All differing by campus. The long-standing partner of your Rochester RazorSharks in the Don't Foul Out program, Bryant and Stratton College. The RazorSharks would like to say thank you to the Stock Exchange for providing meals to our players during training camp the past 5 seasons. Fans, don't forget your RazorSharks are back in action on Monday, February 20th. This coming Monday at 2 p.m., it's Kids Day. Any child under 18 accompanied by an adult gets in free. Come join the RazorSharks and local area mascots for some fun, and there'll be special robotics demonstration at halftime. John Betlam Heating and Cooling, family owned and operated since 1941, celebrating 75 years serving Rochester and surrounding towns. Call 271-8888 for all your indoor comfort needs, or visit them on the web at 271-8888.com.
Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena, 5-point lead for the RazorSharks, 27-22. As John Ivey will head to the line and try to complete the three-point play as he got the hoop in the arm.
Nice move by John, using his left hand at the basket, drawing the contact and getting the foul. And him at the free throw line is almost automatic. I hate to say it, but he's shooting 90%. So, of course, he'll miss here probably. But
that's usually how it goes when you talk about a player of how good they are.
I hope he proves me wrong. I hope he proves me wrong.
John's still an impressive shooting percentage from behind the arc. He does not prove you wrong. He'd been battling, too, with injury for a little bit, but he was, before the game I got a chance to talk with him. Happy to be back, you know what I mean, sort of back in the rotation.
Yeah.
After missing a few games.
Yeah, a knee to a quad in practice caused him to miss the one game, and, it was unfortunate, but glad he's back now.
Another foul, and Stroman looks like he's going to be heading to the line and try to get some points back from there. And 8:31 left to go here, first half. 6-point lead for Rochester. Yeah. I like what Chautauqua's done so far. They've hit the boards. They made a few shots. They're staying tough down low. Now they've had a tough time scoring within the last few minutes or so.
Well, but think about the first game. I mean, it got out of hand in the second quarter because the pace changed, and they're not so far. They're not allowing the pace to change. It hasn't been an up and down game, and which is really what Chautauqua likes to do. So Coach Moss has done a nice job of recognizing, we can't do necessarily what we want to do. We got to do what we have to do to try to, to win the game, and they're doing a nice job of controlling the tempo and attacking the basket and getting offensive rebounds and keeping the game close.
Still got another 8:31 left to go, but you're right. This is where the RazorSharks, when they had the 7-point lead, now it's down to 4. When they had a 7-point lead, that's what usually happens. They go past their opponent, and Chautauqua's sort of sticking in there for now.
Yeah, they, like I said, Chautauqua was not allowing them to get up and down the floor and use their depth and size advantage.
Devereaux Biggs out to McGill. That's no good. Rebounded by the Hurricane. Back up the court comes Dawson. Dawson with Coker on him, and that three is good from outside. Nice shot by Barry.
Left him wide open, and he went out and shot it.
Didn't look good, but it had the results. I was kind of, it's an awkward shot.
Well, he's not a great three-point shooter, but you leave guys open, they'll knock down shots.
Devereaux Biggs in the game for Rochester. So Rochester has Biggs, Ivy at the guard spots, and then that front line of Coker, Woodson, and McGill. Ivy picked up now. Rivers on him defensively. McGill, baseline cut off there, knocked away. Coker gets it before it gets out of bounds. Three, that's no good. Tipped away out of bounds, tried to be saved, and it was. McGill can't get the reverse layup. Put back, he can't get that. Woodson gets it. Waits, blocked there. 3 opportunities, and they couldn't cash it in. And another 3. Rubin. Hello.
Not bad for a guy shooting about 20% from 3.
Well, so far he feels good. Woodson now trying to box him out. And just like that, Chautauqua takes a 2-point lead. Biggs 3, no good. Back the other way. Dawson, pull-up jumper. Ouch.
Tie game. Just like that. They get a little stale on offense, not really moving the basketball and running things, and Chautauqua's all of a sudden making shots again.
Chautauqua steal again. Knocked away. Picked up. Ubilis for 3. That's no good front rim. He wanted to add to the party and couldn't do it.
You'd like to have seen him, attack the basket there. It would have been a better play instead of pulling up for the jump shot.
Very quick, rapidly moving game. Foul on Coker, who had an easy dunk. Rivers, I think, is going to pick that one up.
Coker did a nice job of, slipping and finding space there, and McGill found him and You had to follow him, or there was going to be a dunk.
So for those scoring at home, that was a quick run from a team that was sort of cold from the field, John. They came out of nowhere. A couple good transition baskets, couple threes by Barry. And next thing you know, RazorSharks go from up to down.
It was a 8-point run there, and again it was all because they started making shots again. I mean, they've been getting good looks most of the game, and that's got to be a concern if you're Coach Iverson, that they keep getting these good looks.
Well, those 2 threes by Barry, and then you add the jumper by, I believe, Dawson, and there go your 8 points just like that. It's no good in and out. Woodson with the rebound, Biggs with it.
But again, they're getting shots at the basket, which has got to be a concern if you're Rochester.
Rivers against Coker, drives, out McGill. Biggs thought about it, now drives towards the hole. He's fouled. And they will help him up. He'll go to the line with Chautauqua up by 3. 5:35 left to go, 5:33 left to go here in this first half. And we'll take a timeout. So 5:33, Rochester trailing by 3. We'll be back with more of the first half coming up next of the Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network.
Their web link at the Sharks homepage. All right, fans, time to say happy birthday from the Razor Sharks. Happy birthday to Alyssa and Allie from the Lady Sharks, and James Herring. Happy birthday from the Sharks. Now, if you have printing needs, you can trust that Panther Graphics will get the job done right. Proudly located at 465 Central Avenue here in Rochester, Panther is your source for quality marketing materials, brochures, packaging, and more. Visit panthergraphics.net or call 546-7163 to start your next project. With Panther Graphics, the proof is in the print.
Tonight you're falling in love. Let me go now. This feeling's tearing me up. Here we go. Now she does it like this, will you do it like that? Now she touches like this, will you touch her right back? Now she moves like this, will you move her like that? Come on, shake, 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 I shake it. 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 Shake, 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 I shake it.
Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena. 3-point lead for Chautauqua over Rochester. Tariq Spence, John Boone with you here today as the RazorSharks, coming off their first loss of the year, taking on, this is clearly a different Chautauqua team. This is not the team in which the RazorSharks played and scored 128 points in consecutive games against. It's a different team. They're rebounding. They're making shots. They're passing the ball.
Well, I mean, Chautauqua comes in averaging 100 points a game, and they're willing to sacrifice that type of game to keep the game close. And, they're not looking to run and score a lot of points. They're looking to, run when they have opportunities and dictate the pace because they know they can't run with Rochester.
Second free throw by Biggs is no good, but a rebound by Coker. Biggs' floater is good, and that ties the game up at 32. So big rebound there and putback. Rochester trying to get that offense rolling, ties the game up. And there's a turnover. Rivers had it, lost it, and lost it again. McGill off the glass and in for 2. So Rashad McGill, just like that, Rochester takes a 2-point lead.
And the pressure, the press there was able to create the turnover because of a sloppy pass.
Swinging it around. Ubillis 3, that's no good. Rebounded by Coker, backed up the court come the RazorSharks.
But Chautauqua doing a good job of getting back and not allowing any easy transition for Rochester.
Ivy with Rivers on him. 4:40 left to go here in the first half. Ivy out to Woodson, thought about it. Down low, knocked away.
Not a good decision. You're throwing it to a 6-foot guy underneath the basket surrounded by other big guys.
Dawson fouled, hits the deck, and he'll pick himself up and head to the line.
Again, Chautauqua likes to attack the basket, and they're doing a good job of picking their spots to do it. They're not, I don't think, doing it too much and creating a lot of opportunities the other way for Rochester.
So Dawson at the line to shoot free throws. 4:22 left to go here in the first half. First free throw by Dawson is good.
They keep hanging around.
Yeah. That's what you got to do against the RazorSharks. You stay in it. Don't let them get up by double digits, and you got a chance.
Yeah, and like I said, they're doing a good job of dictating the pace and not allowing a lot of easy opportunities for Rochester.
So the Hurricane have worked on and made some roster moves, and it looks like they're matching Rochester shot for shot there. That ball knocked away but picked up. McGill thought about a three in the corner. Now gets it down low to Coker. Coker against Rivers, out of bounds, and it will remain Rochester basketball. Rivers thought Coker lost it by himself.
Well, they got 3 in the shot clock, so you look for something quick here off the inbound.
As Ivy's trying to find somebody, Biggs has it. 2, 1, lets it fly. That's no good. Violation.
Yeah, I don't think Biggs knew there was 3 seconds. The way he caught the ball, he didn't catch it with the urgency you would think he would have had with only 3 seconds on the shot clock.
Is that the lack of communication? You're
Yes.
supposed to be yelling at each other.
Yeah, they
3
should,
seconds, 2 seconds.
I mean, guys should know. Someone's got to tell them.
Ubilis with it. McGill on him. Down low. This is Barry. Hook shot. Can't get it to go. Woodson with the rebound. Biggs across midcourt. Thought about it for a second. Fouled.
And you see, Coach Iverson's trying to run with them, trying to get them to get going down the court. But again, Chautauqua's doing a good job of getting back and not allowing these easy transitions.
Game tied at 34. Low scoring game, too. With 3:29 left to go here in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, Rochester scores 114 a game, and they're definitely not on any type of pace like that.
As Sidney Holmes will come in and Dele Coker will take a seat.
Well, Sidney kind of gives you the example of the depth that Rochester has. He's your leading rebounder, and he's coming in with 3:29 left in the second quarter for his first appearance.
Second free throw by Biggs is good, so Rochester 2-point lead. Little press here as Chautauqua breaks it again. Ubilis.
Sometimes the press isn't necessarily about getting turnovers. I mean, they're getting into their offense, and they're, with 8 or 10 seconds already off the shot clock.
As McGill is going to get called there for the foul on Rivers. So the game slows down a little bit. So that's a 15 foul for Rochester, and James Helton will come in for Rashad McGill.
We haven't seen Melvin Council yet. Not sure if there's anything going on with Melvin or not. I mean, this is usually a type of game you think you would see Melvin in by now, unless he's hurt or something we don't know about.
He has takeover ability of having that way of sort of, coming up with 4 points real quick, 6 points here real quick.
Yeah, and especially on the defensive end too. He does something, to help you on the defensive end too.
2-point lead for the RazorSharks, 36-34 in this low-scoring game. With 3 minutes left to go here in the first half, we'll have the rest of it coming up next here on the Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network.
Thursday night moves. It's the Sharks Dance Cam. He's got it. The little guys are leading the way tonight. That's a good try. Now that's how it's done. We're going to get Tariq to dance one of these nights. Coming out of the break, possession is to yours.
Welcome back to Blue Cross Arena. 2-point lead for the RazorSharks, 36-34 over Chautauqua. Holmes with it. Green right on him. Over to Helton for three. Nope, two.
There's
So they give
James
two for Helton.
Good basket there. Coming out of the timeout again. You want to try to execute, and they did a good job of executing out of the timeout, getting Helton the jump shot.
So a 4-point lead for Rochester. And with 2:42 left to go here in the first half, Chautauqua with it. Three, Rubin, that's no good, or Barry.
When you see a shot like that, you're amazed he made two earlier.
I'm starting to feel it a little bit. Oh.
Yeah, that was a heat check. It didn't quite work out.
Dawson hits the deck. Teammates come over to help him get up. So that is a team 6 foul. That'll send Dawson to the line. So with 2:22 left to go, Dawson a chance to cut this lead down. As you can see there, Woodson, definitely not going to help you up.
No, but
that's right.
Well, most guys are going to lose that battle when they run into Dominic Woodson.
And Dawson, unfazed by it, hits both free throws. Cuts the stack down to a 2-point lead. Ivy for three, that's no good. Rebounded by Stroman.
And not a good shot by John there.
Dawson with it. Ivy on him defensively, driving towards the hole. Knocked away, blocked, and fouled again. And I believe it's going to be Woodson.
Again, they attacking the basket, and they just keep getting rebounds. But, Dawson's, he averages 17 a game. He's their third leading scorer, and their leading scorer coming off the bench. And he's going to look for his when he's in the game. And he has the last couple possessions.
As they clean up wet spot on the floor, and so Dawson gets a chance to think about it for a few moments before he heads to the free throw line. Trying to tie this game up. First one by Dawson's good. 2:03 left to go here in this first half. I don't think I've ever seen under 50 points at halftime for the RazorSharks.
I don't think we've seen it this year. Oh.
Second free throw is no good, but another offensive rebound.
Yeah.
Dawson.
Maurice Green again getting an offensive rebound.
Stroman gets Helton on him defensively. Step back, swings it over. Dawson. That's no good. Side of the rim. So the RazorSharks, 1-point lead, 38-37. 1:40 left to go here, first half. Ivy to Holmes. Green on him. Biggs. Down low, stole it away. Picked up by Barry.
He was looking for Holmes and couldn't get it there.
Knocked away. Biggs able to get it. drives towards the hole, and a foul call. Dawson hits the deck. Biggs goes to the line.
But again, Chautauqua has really controlled the pace of the game. They've really, not allowed Rochester to get out and run, and they've done a good job of making sure that Rochester can't do what they want to do and what they do best.
It's unusual. This game for the RazorSharks is unusual, as Biggs extends the lead out to 2.
Well, and you can see that Coach Iverson's getting a little frustrated.
Can you tell? I hope the mic didn't pick that up.
Yeah.
It's just not RazorSharks basketball. It's not the way they play. And you got to give credit to Chautauqua. I'm sorry.
No, without a doubt you do. Like I said, I think they've done a really good job of. They're not taking a lot of bad shots early in the shot clock. Just as I say that, but then they get an offensive rebound. Green's got to have 10 offensive rebounds already.
It's impressive. You can see the difference when you get a second opportunity for a layup. Now a steal. Back the other way. Behind the back, a foul called on Biggs. That bailed out Stroman.
Yeah, that was going to be a tough catch and score.
As Alexander passed the ball to him, Stroman got it, lost it, got it back and was going to go up for the shot and was fouled. You see here, he's got the ball.
It was going to be a tough catch and score, even if Biggs didn't foul him. Another water spot, I see.
Yeah, guys. Try to get down. Might need both ball boys down there next time. It's that big of a problem. And Stroman has tied the game up at 40. 45 seconds left to go here first half.
Chautauqua's done a good job of getting to the free throw line here in the second quarter, too.
And they have the lead now, 41-40. 45 seconds left to go here first half. Ivy, Biggs, crosses over Dawson, drives, loses it, tries to save it, knocked away, picked up by Green. Dawson, across midcourt. Driving towards the hole, stolen away, stepped out of bounds. It'll be Hurricane basketball.
But again, Chautauqua, you see guys breaking out long, and they're not making that pass. And I think in other games they probably would have, but they're trying really not to force the issue and get this game going up and down the floor, and they're doing a good job of it.
Stroman stolen away by Helton, picked his pocket. Can he finish? Yes, he can. Back the other way now. Rochester 1-point lead, 42-41. Shot clock turned off. Ivy spinning around Alexander. Dawson, jumper, corner, that's no good. 5 seconds left to go. Woodson heaves it. Nope. Ivy can't get it to go on the layup. It looked like Woodson was going to go for it for 3. Passed it the last second to Ivy, and Ivy could not make the layup. Rochester with a 1-point lead at the half, 42-41. Helton, the difference here with a big steal and score. We'll be back with first half stats coming up in a matter of moments.
working out too. Whenever you're ready. That's all right. He's just lining it up. That was a good shot. All right, a little bit more noise. Oh, all right, we got one more shot. Take your time and be in the zone. Oh, so close, so close. Anybody wants to do this? You can register before the game when you walk in at our customer service table. We'd love to have you try. Let's give him a big hand.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the furniture is leaving the floor, so you know what that means. It is time for our youth basketball exhibition. Today we have with us the Grease Raptors. Representing the white team, we have Lance B. Coates wearing number 55. Number 4, Alex Cardinal. Number 24, Ryan Minio. Number 2, Snooky Brown. And number 0, Gavin Valkovic. The red team is number 27, Aaron Burke. Number 6, Sebastian Bendarinha. Number 23, Grayson Gomes. And number 7, Marcus Kuzmanowski. Ladies and gentlemen, they are the Grease Raptors. It looks like we've got a 5-on-4 game here. Should one of the Lady Sharks join the red team? Aaron Burke.
He sees them talking with a big smile, but they haven't got a clue. Yeah, they're living the good life, can't see what he is going through. They're driving fast cars, but they don't know where they're going. In the fast lane, living life without knowing. And he says, I wish that I could be like the cool kids, 'cause all the cool kids, they seem to fit in. I wish that I could be like the cool kids, like the cool kids.
Oh, the big 3 attempt.
I wish that I could be like the cool kids, 'cause all the cool kids, they seem to fit in.
We got a jump ball on the floor. We're going to award that one to the red.
Like the cool kids. I wish that I could be like the cool kids, 'cause all the cool kids, they seem to fit in. I wish that I could be like the cool kids, like the cool kids. Be like the cool kids. tryna run that game. It sounds so sweet when they say my name. I said, boy, stop, run it back. You can talk that talk, but can you play that sax? Met a boss last night buying out the boss. Said I can ride top down in his Jaguar. I'm like, boy,
Aaron
stop,
Burke
run that back.
again.
You can drive all night, but can you play that sax? Baby, baby, I've been waiting for the one to blow my mind. Baby, maybe you can get it if you got that thing I like. I need a stand up, with the chase down, so the type of red hot love that got me freezing. 'Cause say you can go all night the way you lay that track. But if you wanna hear me sing, you better play that sax. Give it to me. Last week, honey, he's so vain. Yeah, he been loving himself more than Kim and yeah. I'm like, boy, stop, run that back, man. You fine, but can you play that sax? With a smart ass you, Mr. Know-it-all. Think you got flood down to a formula. I'm like, boy, stop, run it back. Pack a big guy, cute, but can you play that sax? Baby, baby, I've been waiting for the one to blow my mind. Baby, maybe you can get it if you got that thing I like.
Last minute in our exhibition. 1 minute. Snooki Brown. Seconds. All right, Shark fans, let's count them out. 5, 4, 3. All right, fans, how about one more round of applause for the Grease Raptors? Fans, don't forget your Razor Sharks are back in action this coming Monday, February 20th, 2 p.m. It is Kids Day. Any child under 18 accompanied by an adult gets in free. Come join the Razor Sharks and local area mascots for some fun, and there'll be a special robotics demonstration at halftime.
Baby, this is what you came for. Lightning strikes every time she moves. And everybody's watching her, but she's looking at you. Everybody babe. This is what you came for. Lightning strikes every time she moves. This is what you came for. Lightning strikes every time she moves. And everybody's watching her. She's looking at
And as we start second half action, third quarter underway. Possession is to Chautauqua.
Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena. 1 point lead for Rochester, 42-41 over the Hurricane. As Ubilis goes up for the layup and another offensive rebound. Rivers, jumper no good. Put back with authority, Mr. Green.
You know, like we were talking about at halftime, nothing good happens on offensive rebounds when you're giving them up. And for Green, that's his 10th offensive rebound of the game already.
Helton, front rim no good. And that's the other Green with the rebound. So, 1 Green, 2 Green. Gino and Maurice both doing damage today. Ubilis, Rivers, baseline, gets it up and in with Rayleigh right next to him.
And Chautauqua just doing a good job of just controlling the game, you know, controlling the tempo, not forcing the issue. And, you know, all of a sudden here they got a 3-point lead.
Rebound there by Coker and Green. And Coker can't believe that was a foul on him. And Chris Iverson wants to know how, too.
Well, I mean, the simple thing was make the shot, and then you wouldn't have to worry about whether there was a foul on you when you're that close to the basket. But
3-point lead for Chautauqua. Green again gets it to roll.
did a nice job of slipping to the basket. Ubilis did a great job of finding him.
Gino Green has become a problem here in the third quarter. 5-point lead for Chautauqua. 3 in the corner by Helton is good.
He likes that corner.
James Helton. Rochester trailing by 2. Ubilis out. Stroman swings it over. Ubilis gets it away from Helton, all over him. Got him in the air. Step back jumper. That's no good. Rayleigh with the rebound. Back up the court come the RazorSharks. Crouch.
But, you know, and again, Chautauqua getting back, not giving Rochester an easy opportunity off the miss at the other end.
Helton, can he do it again? Yes, he can. James Helton, corner pocket.
Dries did a nice job of finding him, keeping his dribble alive and finding Helton open there.
Now 1 point lead by Rochester. Ubilis goes behind the back. Now Rivers draws a double team. Stroman, Crouch, pull-up jumper. It's no good. Put back is good. Guess who?
Yeah. I don't think we have to guess anymore.
Just say the last name Green. It's either
Yeah.
going to be Maurice or Gino.
Yeah.
Crouch off the dribble. Corner pocket again. No good. Helton knocked away. And the last man to touch it was Ubilis. And we'll see Rashad McGill into the game now as Helton will take a seat.
Huh.
Helton, 2 threes in a row until he missed that one. And now Corey Ullman, corner pocket. That's no good. Rebound, knocked around, out of bounds. And it will remain Rochester basketball. 1 point lead for Chautauqua, 49-48. 8:49 left to go here in the third quarter. And Rashad McGill just needed a few seconds to tie his sneaker. He's good to go now. Baseline inbound from Crouch, gets it to McGill.
Chautauqua did a nice job there of not letting Corey come off a double screen off the out-of-bounds play.
Really? Has it knocked away out of bounds. And it will remain Rochester basketball, 11 on the shot clock.
You got to go inside and just like to see them finish. They've gotten the ball inside a couple possessions here and just haven't been able to finish at the basket with Coker and Rainey.
McGill off the dribble, scoop layup, no good. Rebounded and knocked away on the floor as McGill is behind them, Ubilis. And they're going to call jump ball for McGill and Ubilis.
Great hustle. Diving on the floor, going after the basketball, forcing the jump ball here, and, hopefully you get it and get a score here.
As McGill had it behind his back and trying to control it.
Well, you saw McGill going on the floor and Ubilis bending over, and that's why, McGill was able to get the
why don't we just jump this up? Who cares on who's on what side? Ubilis wins it. Stroman will take it across midcourt. Rivers now with it. And they're going to get is that a foul or is that a? And now the refs will talk about it because I don't know what this was.
Well, I don't think they reset the shot clock on the jump ball is what they're talking about. So, yeah, that's what
10
it was.
seconds,
yeah.
Yep. So they want to reset it to 10 seconds or
yeah,
19. I thought he said 10, but now he's got 19 up there.
Yeah, the shot clock was at 20 when they jumped it. And since it was a change of possession, it should have reset, and it didn't reset.
No, so it wasn't reset, and so refs caught that with 5 seconds left. or did the coach catch it and tell the ref, hey, that doesn't look right. Ubilis.
Another offensive rebound.
Oh, they got Coker in the air. Yep. Dele knows it too. Not going to fight it.
If you look at the stat sheet from halftime, they held Chautauqua to 28% shooting, but you gave up 11 offensive rebounds and turned the ball over more, so you gave them 10 extra possessions, and that's why the game is close, and it's still close. You're giving them way too many extra possessions.
Around the back, Ubilis jumper, pull-up.
And looking for a foul after he scores, too.
Yeah.
All the way back down the
that
floor.
was a tee. That's what it was. You just described it, and that's how he got the tee.
Yeah, he was yelling all the way back down the floor that he wanted a foul on the play.
Yep.
And didn't back off soon enough.
Now, you know what he said, if you could read lips. But how much discretion does a ref give with those sort of like frustrated, you didn't call it type of tees? I mean, it could go either way, right?
Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with, how much is said. And if you tell him to back off and he doesn't and keeps coming, then you got it to him.
Dele Coker collects another one.
A little too active with his hands there and kind of threw the defender out of the way.
Offensive. So now
he's questioning it, but anytime they see the offensive player extend that hand away and the defender kind of goes away, I mean, it can be a pretty easy call.
2-point lead for Chautauqua. Stroman draws a double team, swings it over. Ubilis thought about a three, drive towards the hole, blocked, put back, no good. Out to Ullman, transition three, no good, in and out.
He wanted that one.
It's perfectly lined up for him, too. Ubilis down low, out to Green, no good. Rebounded by Coker, out to Crouch, doesn't have the numbers. Cross court, Ullman gives it up. Coker, foul, and one.
Nice play. They didn't have the numbers, but they were still able to attack the basket and draw the foul. Corey did a great job of finding Dele coming down the lane. And Dele kept moving. And we talked about that in the first half. A lot of standing around. There you saw guys kept moving, and you were able to get the 3-point play opportunity here.
Dele Coker at the free throw line. In comes Barry for Green. So Gino will take a seat. And Larry Rivers will take a seat. Dawson in for him for Chautauqua.
And Chautauqua got good bench minutes from anybody that came in. Dawson had 9. Barry came in, knocked down a couple threes. So, even when they've gone to their bench, they haven't lost a whole lot.
This has been a good game in a sense that there's been a lot of back and forth leads between both teams. And they're going to have to reset that shot clock again. 21, and they'll do that. Sidney Holmes will come in. Dele Coker will take a seat.
It's going a little smaller here.
Ullman with it. Splits the defense, slices through, and in for two.
Nice job. Recognizing the gap there and splitting the ball screen.
3-point lead for Rochester. Barry, floater, can't get it to go. Tipped away, picked up by Holmes. Ullman will get it across midcourt. Set things up. McGill off the dribble. Driving, scoop layup is good, and foul.
Again, starting to get at the basket now, which is what you want him to do. McGill did a great job of keeping his dribble alive, a little hesitation there, and got to the basket.
So Rashad McGill will head to the free throw line. Rochester extending its lead out now to 5. Pending this free throw, which is good, now 6 for Rochester. 6 minutes left to go here in the third, so we'll see if Chautauqua has another one left in him. Sidney Holmes dives for it, steals it away, off the dribble. Ullman for 3. That's
got it. Got that shooter bounce.
How is that possible? I'm always mesmerized by that.
Yeah, good shooters get that bounce.
Is it the spin on the basketball?
Oh, yeah.
Ball's got that rotation. Rochester with a 9-point lead, 60-51. I gave up on this shot. Corey Ullman, shooter's touch.
Stay active and stay clean by having us pick up your laundry and deliver it. Always ready for your next activity. Call 381-1300 or check us out at PrestoCleaners.com. That was Jill to the rescue there. Empire Therapeutic Massage offers a wide variety of therapeutic massages at affordable prices. Call 730-8730 or check us out at the web link at RazorSharks.com. Fans, the RazorSharks are back in action on Monday, February 20th, 2 p.m., and it's Kids Day. Any kid under 18 accompanied by an adult gets in free. Come join the RazorSharks and local area mascots for some fun, and there'll be a special robotics demonstration at halftime.
Bass drop. Out. You got a $100 bill, get your hands up. You got a $50 bill, get your hands up. You got a $20 bill, get your hands up. You got a $10 bill, get your hands up. Single ladies, I can't hear y'all. Single ladies, single ladies, I can't hear y'all. Single
Back at live at the Blue Cross Arena, 9-point lead for the RazorSharks. 5:40 left to go here in the third quarter. And Rochester and Chautauqua have had a good game thus far as the lead changes and scoring goes. Not a high-scoring game, but a game where both teams have shared the lead at one point or another a few times.
Yeah, this is a critical point right here for Chautauqua. They don't want to get it too far out of hand. You know, Rochester had a 6-8 point lead in the first half. They were able to get it back down. It's back to 9 here. You don't want to really see it get too much farther away from them, especially with the pace of play that they're trying to create. It'll be harder to come back.
Barry to Dawson, setting up the offense. 10 to go on the shot clock. And the Hurricane going to have to get something moving here. 2 players in one area don't work. Green, blocked by Rayleigh. Stays in bounds, gets it to Crouch. Cross midcourt, says, I missed you, but I'll start the offense all over again. Barry out to get him. McGill thought about it. Your bullets out to guard him. Off the dribble. Can't get it to go. Rayleigh. Rebound. Put back. It's good and end one. Jordan Rayleigh.
And Rashad again, doing a really good job of keeping his dribble alive. I mean, it wasn't a great shot, but he's trying to get at the basket, and Jordan does a great job of finding space and getting the offensive rebound and scoring.
So Jordan Rayleigh at the free throw line trying to complete the 3-point play and make it now a 12-point lead for the RazorSharks.
And for whatever reason, in this third quarter, the press has really started giving Chautauqua a lot of issues.
Well, they were able to break it first 2 quarters, first half, and now they're able to cash it in with Barry.
Just as we say it's giving them issues, they get a dunk at the other end. But they had turned it over 3 of the previous 4 possessions against that press.
Corey Ullman for 3. And what was a 12-point lead got cut down to 10, back up to 13. 5:20 left to go here in a foul. And they're going to get it on Barry. And it's going to go all the way. Got to watch it here.
Yeah,
Got to watch it.
Yeah, he's
let it go. This is still a game here. A 13-point lead can turn to 20 quick, but also can go right back down to single digits. Chautauqua's got to keep their head in this.
Yeah, the thing with Chautauqua is because of the pace of the game, you don't want the lead getting too big because, if you're trying to slow it down, you're going to run out of possessions.
And if Jarice Crouch is doing that to you, not much you can do about it. 15-point lead now.
Because if they have to start picking up the pace to try to get more possessions, it's going to play into Rochester's hands. So they really need to try to get this lead down here soon before the end of the third quarter.
3, Yabilis can't get it to go. No rebound there. Foul the other way. Stroman can't believe it. A loose ball foul.
Corey didn't like it because he's wide open down in the end. He was ready to shoot another 3.
And only the fans in that corner can feel his pain. Because he wanted to chuck it up right then and there. 3:30 left to go here, third quarter. Holmes, right wing, backdoor, Ivy,
Nice
that's
cut.
easy.
Nice cut, nice pass. John did a good job of reading the defense and going back door.
So the right combo on the floor to extend out the lead. Now 17 for Rochester. Barry's 3 is no good. Rebound, Alexander's got it. And Dawson wants to reset. Rayleigh on him, dribbling. Corner pocket, no good. Rebounded by Green.
Green again. No one put a body on him. You would think by now that someone would get a body on him.
Flush back by Green, and
Offensive interference.
there's a
Basket interference.
doesn't count.
Yeah, the ball was still in the cylinder.
2:48 left to go here in the third quarter, and things falling apart here for Chautauqua. Rochester with a 17-point lead. We'll have the rest of the third next.
Regain physical therapy in Pittsburgh is the official physical therapy clinic for your RazorSharks. Get back in the game with Regain. And ladies and gentlemen, direct your attention back to the court. Brought to you by TJT Photography. You betcha. You got your RazorSharks.
Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena, 17-point lead for the RazorSharks. Yeah, it was that quick in the third quarter. Chautauqua not able to get that offense moving, and the RazorSharks making shots, plenty of them. And a game in which Chautauqua was leading for a good portion of it. Oh, that was a baseball pass. And Josh Chichester hit something hard and is very slow to get up.
Yeah, hopefully he's okay.
Yeah, fastball. He threw a fastball in Josh's direction, just too fast.
Again, this press is giving him issues.
Barry.
This quarter.
Corner Dawson. That's a 3. So they'll give him that one. 14-point lead for Rochester. Holmes to Ivy. Backdoor again. Left open.
Yeah, setting them up. That's, they're just running a little wheel play and then just going back door. Guys are just coming up, and if they're getting overplayed, they're going back door, and guys are doing a good job of recognizing the back door and getting layups.
Dawson, step back jumper, no good. Knocked away. Barry fighting for it, gets it, gives it up Stroman. Holmes on him defensively. He goes baseline and in for 2.
Again, another offensive rebound, creating another opportunity. It's kind of been Chautauqua's mantra tonight.
Tried to do backdoor again. Save, but this time to Ivy, and he's fouled.
Well, they've done a good job of guys coming up, and if they're being overplayed, they break back door, and they've done a good job of hitting the open guys and making layups.
So
on the
John
offensive end.
Ivey at the line. First free throw is good. You can hear his rooting section behind us.
They finally have had a chance to start cheering for him. It was kind of a quiet first half for John.
Well, John, just coming off of, as you said before, a thigh bruise, colliding with a teammate in practice. So he's been out for a couple of games. Just came back on his final road trip. Stroman over to Dawson. Open three is no good. Rebounded by Holmes. Crouch over to Ivy. Back over to Crouch. He'll take a three. That's no good. Tipped, picked up by Green. Back the other way, Dawson. Dawson looking for somebody. Green, Alexander. Stroman.
And the pace of the game starting to pick up, and as you can see, as it's starting to pick up, it's to Rochester's favor. And Chautauqua's kind of starting to go faster than what they wanted to this game.
1 minute left to go, a little less than that now. As Crouch goes in between Barry and Stroman and gets a foul call, and they're going to give it on Stroman.
Therese going back to the line. He's shooting it well from the line tonight. He wasn't shooting it well in the season coming in, only shooting 52%, but he's been making his free throws tonight.
So Crouch at the free throw line. First free throw is good. 40 seconds left to go. Now, you still got another quarter to play here. And Chautauqua's been down, but not as a big of a deficit as they're facing right now.
Right, and again, the pace of the game is going to have to change for them, and that plays into Rochester's hands because you're down 17 points. You need a lot of possessions to try to come back.
Gatewood, trapped, and they're saying timeout, so they called timeout. 28 seconds left to go, 12 on the shot clock.
And again, this press has been very effective in the third quarter. They've been able to kind of speed up the game a little bit. They've been forcing more turnovers, and it's allowed them to get out and do things on offensive end and get open shots for Corey and Helton early on, and then even do things that they weren't able to do in the first half.
Yeah, you're seeing now the RazorSharks defense picking up a little bit. Rebounds for Chautauqua. Pretty even now, I would guess. It's evened out here in this third quarter. What I guess I could ask you, John, what happens to a team at that halftime when you're down by only one and you played a team that's basically dominated you the first two times you played them? Got to have it more, I guess, in that second half. That third quarter can be that separation. The RazorSharks usually separate themselves in the first quarter. This time doing it here in the third quarter.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm sure at halftime there was a little wake-up call. And, I mean, it was more about, just playing harder, because Chautauqua really was playing harder than Rochester was, especially on the offensive glass. They were getting so many offensive rebounds and extra possessions.
Josh Chichester was about to fall out of bounds and called timeout. So it'll be 20-second timeout for the RazorSharks as they want to get this possession in. There's about a 2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. So Coach Iverson will draw up a play to get as much out of this as possible. Now this third quarter, drastically different, and adjustments. You as a coach know full well, you got to make adjustments. Rochester appears as if they have.
Well, they went to that smaller lineup. They got really 4 perimeter players now on the floor instead of going with 2 bigs. And, running that kind of wheel offense where guys are coming up and either coming to the ball or breaking back door. I would guess they're going to run some type of variation of that and maybe do, some type of counter off of it where, Chautauqua might be expecting the back door. She might try to do something else where you get a little bit different action out of the same offense here on the last possession. just to kind of show them something that they haven't seen yet.
So Jerice Crouch will wait it out. As I said before, about a 2-second difference, maybe 1.5 second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. So Rochester will play this out for a final shot, or close to. Chichester, backdoor again.
Yeah.
Reverse layup, can't get it to go, but putback is good.
Nice play. Instead of getting the back door at the top like they have, they got the back door on the baseline. Just a little variation of the same offense. Nice call by Coach Iverson in the timeout.
Boy, that back door has been open here in this third quarter.
Yeah, but like I said, it was nice because you did it in a different part of the floor. They hadn't shown that on the baseline yet, and did a great job of showing that on the baseline there in that last possession.
Well, 3/10 of a second left, 3 seconds left. And a tenth, and it's the last shot. That's not going to count, and it's not good anyway. So the Rochester RazorSharks awakened in the third quarter to take a 77-58 lead over the Chautauqua Hurricane. The start of the fourth quarter coming up next here on the Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network. Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena, the Rochester RazorSharks scoring 35 points in the third quarter to 17 for Chautauqua and the Hurricane, and that's the difference here, 77-58. What was a 42-41 score at halftime has totally been blown wide open here in the third.
Well, they got into their full court pressure. They started doing a lot better offensively in terms of their half court. They went to 4 guards and just the 1 post, and really changed the tempo of the game, which is what Chautauqua did a great job of controlling in the first half.
So for the Rochester RazorSharks, that was basket interference, so they waved that off. What looked like it was going to be a great play and a score by Dele Coker. Dawson tries to draw the foul. Oh, boy.
Not the offense we were seeing in the first half when they were keeping this game close, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Oh, right through the hands of Helton, who doesn't do that very often.
Unfortunate.
So the Rochester RazorSharks with 2 unlucky situations there. The basket interference and the turnover. So maybe things swinging towards Chautauqua's way. They got to get that offense rolling fast.
Well, and that's part of the problem, is that they do have to pick up the pace, which kind of plays into Rochester's hands.
Alexander lost it, got it back. Helton sticking with him. Step back jumper's no good. rebound. Both Coker and Chichester going for it.
Good defense there by Helton, not really letting him get to the basket.
Ivy almost tried that back door again. Chichester out to Coker, over to Allman. 7 on the shot clock. He drives, scoop layup is good, and one.
Nice move by Corey.
Again.
Great left hand, too.
A lot of those today. Really with one. Ivy. Now Corey Ullman getting into the act.
Yeah, Barry doesn't do a very good job of hedging the ball screen, which allowed Corey to turn the corner there. And by the time he picked him back up, Corey was able to get at the basket and draw the foul.
Ullman's first free throw is good.
And back to the press, which was effective in the third quarter to help him stretch his lead out.
Gatewood, jumper no good. Green tried to rebound it with one hand and dunk it in. Lost it and couldn't get the rebound. Ivy no good. Chichester, Coker, knocked away by Barry. A foul.
And if you're Chautauqua, what you don't want to see is exactly what happened that last possession. They break the press and take a quick jump shot. Rochester was fortunate that Green didn't get the putback, but the pace of the game is picking up, which is going to play into Rochester's hands.
Corey Ullman gets a well-deserved rest. And Rashad McGill coming to the game for Rochester. Barry's walking back to the bench.
Oh, he fouled out.
And Green will come in for him.
So Green and Green again.
They have been causing all sorts of trouble for the RazorSharks on the board. Need them now for a couple of either offensive or defensive rebounds to try to get Chautauqua back into this.
Yeah, Maurice Green has 13 offensive rebounds. More than Rochester has as a team.
It's going to be a steep hill to climb, 82 to 58. Rochester with the lead. Spin, turn, in. So Mr. Gino Green comes in off the bench and contributes immediately.
And it's a good possession there, but they're using a lot of clock, and it's just not enough possessions.
22-point lead for the RazorSharks. McGill to Coker. Hook shot no good, front rim. Dawson corrals it, weaving through the defense of the RazorSharks all the way to the hole, and he's fouled.
And John's admitting it, so reached in and fouled him on the way there. I don't think he knew Dele was coming behind him, because if he would have, he could have let Dele just block the shot instead of fouling him.
Blocked there by Dele on the replay. So Dawson will head to the free throw line. 9:32, still plenty of time in this game. Now, I've seen leads before. Missing free throws won't help. I've seen leads before get cut down, even having 21-point leads or 22-point leads.
Well,
so,
yeah, but the way Chautauqua has to do it really plays into Rochester's strengths, which is and missing 2 free throws isn't going to help.
Yeah, I thought one would be bad, now 2. You want to at least cut it down to a 20-point deficit, not keep it at 22. Boy, that third quarter will be the story to tell. Ivy, step back jumper, no good. And Helton too aggressive going for that rebound when Stroman had it.
John struggling a little bit tonight with his shot.
Dawson, Chichester out to go-get him defensively, swinging it around. Gatewood, that three's front rim no good. Putback is good by one Mr. Gino Smith. Oh, Gino Smith. Gino Green.
It's either one Green or the other getting offensive rebounds tonight.
Coker, pull-up jumper, no good. Rebounded by Stroman. 8:38 left to go here in the game. Dawson ran into a wall. He was able to Euro step, crow hop through one, and ran into Dele Coker. 8:36 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Rochester up by 20. We'll be back with more fourth quarter action coming up next on the Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network. Back at live at the Blue Cross Arena, 20-point lead for the RazorSharks, 82-62. 8:33 left to go here in the game. As the RazorSharks, trust me, this game was a lot closer at halftime. And in the third quarter, RazorSharks 35 points.
Yes, they came out, they turned up the defensive pressure, and offensively they found a nice little rhythm. Coach Iverson kind of changed up the lineup a little bit, went a little bit smaller, and it was very effective at both ends of the floor. And
yeah,
Dawson's not helping their cause here, missing free throws.
You want the clock to stop, but you want to be able to get some free throws down to cut into that deficit while it's happening. Not able to do so as Dawson does make his second free throw there. Rough trip to the line for him last two times down. Missed 3 out of 4. Put back, no good. Rebounded by Stroman. Helton get back on defense. Stroman, baseline. Green in for 2.
Well, you can definitely tell the pace of the game has changed from the first half. Which is really to Rochester's advantage. Chautauqua really can't be patient on the offensive end.
And Ivy kind of bailed out there as Rivers picks up the foul. He really didn't have any place to go.
No, he didn't. And Rivers just reaching in kind of bailed them out.
So Ivy kind of stuck and kind of.
If Rivers doesn't reach there, it's probably not a foul call. As soon as he reached in, he bailed out John. And you put a 90% free throw shooter on the line.
Yeah. Discipline. As John Ivy makes both free throws. Extending that lead out, stolen away, picked up by Helton. Helton, Ivy, Chichester pull-up jumper is in and out, no good. Rebounded by Coker. McGill thought about it. Kickball by Green.
Good decision by Dele, bringing it back out. You got a 19-point lead. Let's get another good possession here offensively because they've They've really ran their offense well here in the second half.
Down low. As this time around, instead of the slam dunk, Dele Coker says, I'll just take the layup.
Get my points.
Back up to a 21-point lead, and a foul there called.
Strong move by Stroman. But again, the pace has changed. And the more this game gets up and down, the more advantage Rochester.
And the time, like on an hourglass, just running out for the Hurricane. They're getting to the line. They just got to make these free throws, a couple of turnovers, and try to get back into this game.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Rochester, you don't like the fact that you keep fouling and putting them on the line. I mean, if you want them scoring, you want them scoring with the clock running, but they're not making free throws and helping themselves out.
No, it's been their enemy. Stroman's second free throw is good. 7:17 left to go here in the game. Rochester up by 20. So it's basically been a push for some time now. Rochester makes a run. Hurricane get it back at the free throw line. Rochester makes a run. Hurricane really get it back at the free throw line. That ball knocked away but picked up. Helton. Jumper is good. As James Helton puts it in for two.
A couple possessions here where you're going 2 for 1. You know, that's not going to help you get back in the game when you're only making one free throw and giving up 2-pointers at the other end.
Stolen away, off to the races. Chichester, there it is. 2 quick strides and in, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah, but you've seen how Chautauqua, as they got down, they changed their game. They weren't patient on offense, and it's really played into Rochester's hands.
Stroman has it blocked, knocked away, saved by Ivy, goes through the tunnel, comes out, back down on the other court for 3.
Short.
Yeah. Did a lot of running for that one.
Yeah, he hasn't had it tonight from the 3-point line.
Dawson for 3.
Not sure that was the shot they wanted either last possession, but he was wide open. So
It would have been fun to see him do it. Basically saving that ball out of bounds, jumping over the wall and coming through the fans to get that 3 down. It would have been a great ending, but not meant to be. Dawson tries another 3. That's no good.
But again, an offense you didn't see in the first half with Chautauqua, coming down and shooting within the first 5-6 seconds of the shot clock. They were very patient in the first half and very economical on the offensive end. And just as the lead's gotten bigger here, they can't afford to.
About 5 minutes left to go here in the game. Dawson has it knocked away, stolen by Chichester, and Chichester's fouled. And 4:57 left to go here in the fourth quarter. And we'll take a timeout. Rochester 92-69 over Chautauqua. And we'll be back with more of the fourth coming up next here on the Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network. Back here live at the Blue Cross Arena, 92-69, Rochester the lead over the Hurricane of Chautauqua. And the RazorSharks will get back to their winning ways here tonight. But the next game to watch out for would be on President's Day Monday. And expected to have a pretty big crowd that day for a couple of different reasons. Number one, it's a 2 o'clock Monday game. Everybody off work, kids out of school for the whole week for February recess. And it's just a good time to get out. You got basically all day Monday for a lot of parents and kids out of school and parents out of work. And it's a perfect opportunity to come out and see the RazorSharks, see if they can avenge their only loss of the year against the Kentucky Mavericks.
Yeah, and don't think they're looking forward to that game on Monday after what happened last weekend in Kentucky. They did not shoot the ball well. Guys weren't feeling good, but Kentucky did put it on them in the first quarter, and they were never able to recover.
Back on the other end, it's John Ivey off the transition basket. And with 4 minutes now under 4 to go, the RazorSharks are just counting down the minutes before they put this one in the books. That layup no good by Stroman. Can't get a call, can't get a layup.
Yeah, now they're out of their element the way they were in the first half. And like I said, Rochester's really been able to take over because the pace of the game has changed. And
Helton, 3, good, outside. So Rochester, who were having a tough time making shots early on, have found a way to get into that offensive groove. And what looked like they weren't going to score 100 points in this game, they only had 42 points at half. And here they are, literally a point away from 100.
Well, like I said, in the third quarter, that pressure really changed the game. And offensively, they were putting pressure on Chautauqua at the basket. Defensively, they were putting pressure on them in the full court. And being able to outscore them by 18, and Chautauqua couldn't be patient anymore on offense like they were in the first half.
Ubilis with it, driving. Step back jumper off the backboard, no good. 2:30 left to go here in the game. Rochester bringing it across midcourt. McGill getting the instructions from head coach Iverson as to what play to run.
But this is definitely one of the games you're going to look at the final score, and it's really not going to tell the story of the game because this was really a much better game than what the final score is going to indicate.
And with 2:13 left to go, Rochester RazorSharks will take a timeout. Talk a little bit about this. 99-72. Rochester with the lead. We'll wrap things up coming up next on the Rochester RazorSharks Broadcast Network. Welcome back to Blue Cross Arena, 99-72. And you're absolutely right, John. You were talking about it before. The score that you're looking at right now is saying, oh, wow, another blowout for the RazorSharks. That wasn't the case for the first half of this game. It wasn't until the third quarter until the RazorSharks really awoke and got that offense moving in the right direction.
Yeah, it was really not until about 5 minutes left in the third that they really started to pull away.
Another give and go. And back the other way comes the Hurricane, who I have to say they have found a way to get some offensive and defensive rebounds. Their scoring just wasn't that great in the third quarter and changed everything here in the game. And the third quarter is going to be the difference. Even if you look at the stats here in the fourth, the third quarter is going to be the difference in this entire game.
Stroman finally gets a foul, and wasn't the call that he wanted.
And now the ref, here comes the tech. That's not a tech with 1:47 left to go.
Well, I
think he wants a tech.
Coach Moss, they had a good game plan. They executed it well, and
yeah, he got it. He
got
his tech.
Get a little frustrated.
Yeah, he got what he was looking for. Wanted a peace of mind, and he gave the warning, and then after that, gave the tech.
John Ivey runs to the free throw line so he can shoot the technicals.
Well, he's good at shooting.
Yeah. I would put him there too. I wouldn't let anybody else get in his way.
And
then he misses. Yeah. And Richard's giving it to him because Richard wanted to shoot it. So Richard's been saying, you should have let me shoot it.
Yep. It's like, you win this one.
Yeah, see? Look, he's giving it to him.
Like, you wanted to just improve your stats from 95 to 96%. Jumper no good by Ubilis. Ivy, alley to the oop. To Jordan Riley.
I know what the score says, but I love seeing a point guard reward his big man for running the floor. It's great to see that John, recognized Jordan running hard down there, and he rewarded him at the other end.
It's no good. Ivy slowing it down now. 1:20 left to go here as it's 101 points for the RazorSharks.
Something we didn't think we'd see at halftime.
No, we didn't think we'd get to 100 points. The RazorSharks have scored 60 points in the second half. Now 62. Or excuse me, 61. Dawson trying to draw that foul with less than a minute to go. Jumper baseline, Gatewood just hasn't been able to get that to go, and a foul. Oh, excuse me, knocked out of bounds. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Helton and Ivy not seeing each other going for the defensive rebound, and they kind of collide, and the ball goes out of bounds.
It'll show up as a 30-plus point win for the RazorSharks.
But they had to work for it.
Yes, they did. They had to wake up.
They definitely had to work for it, and Coach Iverson had to tinker with some things and try to find something that was going to work, and he finally did there in the third quarter between the press and getting four guards or four wing players, guards on the floor, and taking a post player out of there and finding an offense that worked.
So it's half a second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. I think they're going to call this one, folks. What a game it was. The Rochester RazorSharks win it back to their winning ways, 8-1 on the year now, with Kentucky coming up on Monday. So Rochester got the cobwebs out, got the win for today, 103-72. And they will get some well-deserved rest over this weekend and get ready for a Monday game that will see the only team to hand them a loss this season, the Kentucky Mavericks. So we shall see that. John, looking forward to that matchup. Should be fun. A little revenge for the RazorSharks. They get the Mavericks on their home court at the Blue Cross Arena with a very high crowd expected to be here.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun. I don't think – I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that I don't think Rochester will shoot 32% again against Kentucky.
We should hope not.
I think on their home floor they're going to feel a little bit more comfortable. They're going to shoot a little bit better, and we're going to see a different kind of game.
31-point victory for the Rochester RazorSharks as they come away with the win here today. 22 points for James Helton leading the way in all scorers. 17 for John Ivey. And 16 for Corey Ullman. And the leading scorer for Chautauqua was Evan Dawson, 16 points, 14 for Stroman and for Gino Green. So the RazorSharks, great, totally different look for them in the second half, where they scored 26 points in that fourth. 35 points in the third quarter. There's your separation right there.
Right, and if you're, Coach Iverson, you're pleased that they came out and played in the second half. The one thing that will concern you looking at the stat sheet is you gave up 20 offensive rebounds. So that's something that you're going to go into practice and talk about tomorrow, that you got to clean that up before Kentucky comes to town on Monday.
President's Day Monday as the Kentucky Mavericks coming in to see the Rochester RazorSharks. Hopefully we'll see you then. For John Boone, I'm Tariq Spence. Have a great night, and we'll see you on Monday.